Today we're going to start a series of videos on roundabouts for learners. That is to say, dealing with roundabouts for complete beginners. And this first session will be approaching and turning left at roundabouts. We'll just make one video of that, and then we'll add on the next video will be going straight ahead, the next video will be turning right. At a roundabout, if you're a beginner, the left turns are the easiest. Straight on just a little bit more difficult, and turning right just a little bit more difficult still. And I'm planning to make 3 separate videos for that. Then we might do some more in busier traffic. It should be reasonably quiet today, so we'll get on the way, and I'll give some details as we get near to the roundabout. So this first video then, just turning left at roundabouts. We're going to look at what I call regular roundabouts, which are just 4 exits, fairly simple and straightforward, basic roundabouts. And as I say, this is for learners. So we're going to turn right at the end of the road here to begin with. The golden rule, of course, for all manoeuvres is to follow the MSM routine. That's mirror signal manoeuvre. So we're going to cover that first and make that clear, and then we're going to move on to position and speed and gear. One of the first ways you spot a roundabout is to get the black and white sharp deviation chevrons. So I'm checking my mirror, rear and near mirrors, and a left signal. And then just making sure it's clear on the right before I pull out. Bus is coming round, give me time to make the turn. First exit, signal will often go off, so I'll put it back on there. And off the roundabout, we check the mirror before we accelerate. Another roundabout coming ahead, I've got black and white chevrons, and I keep left arrow, plus the obvious green man. So mirror in the centre, left mirror, signal before we bring on the brakes. Keeping a position about a metre from the curb, looking across the right. There is incoming traffic, so I'm going to just slow down and give way here. Got to wait for quite a bit of traffic there, so I'll put my handbrake on. Still several cars incoming from the right. Cars opposite are not a problem, that one's leaving us, so away we go. Keeping about a metre from the curb on the left turn here. And then once we've straightened the wheel, rear mirror to see if anybody's followed off the roundabout. So the mirror signal manoeuvre routine applies coming in and leaving the roundabout, because you should always check your mirror before you slow and before you accelerate. There might be a little bit of traffic build up just now. It's about 4:45, so there might be 1 or 2 folks coming out of work early, but hopefully it shouldn't be too busy. We'll concentrate for a few moments on the MSM routine, and then we'll think a little bit more about position, speed and gear and observation. So there is a roundabout just around the hill, just around the bend here, so I'm checking my mirror coming in. I'm planning to take the first left. There's the chevrons and the keep left arrow. Mirror, left mirror 2, left signal. About a metre from the curb, looking across to the right, and I'm safe to go. Keeping myself well on the left. The left signal will often come off here, so make sure that goes back on. And once we've straightened the wheel, rear view mirror. Sneezing is not part of the instruction, of course. Just doing a steady 30 at the moment. Most of the roads just around here are all 30 limits. I can see the roundabout ahead. It's a good way off, but I'm checking my mirror. I'll check it again when I get nearer. Got a child messing around in the road on the right. I need to watch him. Doesn't look as though he's too bright. Okay, we're going left at the roundabout. So mirror, rear mirror and near mirror. Past the junction on the left before we signal. Bringing the speed off, giving myself time to look, and I've got incoming from the right. The blue van's coming my way, so I can take the turn. Signal's gone off, so back on. So that's the MSM routine. Check your mirror before you slow, your rear mirror and your near mirror because you're making a left. Then you'd make your signal, bring your speed off, and then look for a gap. And we'll get into that in a moment. So checking the mirrors, left signal, looking for a space in the traffic on the right. You always give way on a roundabout to traffic on the right hand side or traffic already on the roundabout in circuit that may be coming across the front of you. So the mirror signal manoeuvre routine is pretty straightforward. So we'll do a few more lefts now, and I'm going to add on position, speed and gear. If you're taking a left, your position would normally be about a metre from the curb if there are no other obstructions. So normally you're aiming to be about a metre from the curb. Slow to about 15 miles an hour. And take second gear and try and have second gear 2 or 3 or even 4 car lengths before the roundabout to give yourself a moment of calm and time to be looking for traffic. You don't want to be fumbling around for your gear and your mirrors at the last minute. So I've got a roundabout coming up, checking the rear mirror, I've got a van gaining on me. I'm going to keep a metre from the curb here, mirrors now and signal. Now I'm backing off the gas, down to 15, taking second, looking to the right, it's clear. Keeping on the left, signal will go off, back on again. Keeping a steady pressure on the gas here, not accelerating till I've exited the roundabout, check the mirror, then we pick up speed and make a gear change. So just to recap then, position should be about a metre from the curb if you're taking a left. Your speed needs to be about 15. That's whether you're going left, straight or right on a regular roundabout. I'm not talking so much about mini roundabouts now or large complex ones, but just the kind I've been doing so far. About 15, second gear on the approach. And you'd have your clutch up so you're approaching on the gas, looking for your opportunity. And if there's any doubt, then you slow it some more and take first, and if there's still doubt, you stop. So checking the mirror, going left again, looking across the far side of the roundabout, there's no one there. My signal's on there. Car on the far side's not a problem. I've got traffic coming down on the right, so into first gear here. Got to wait a moment, so handbrake, get the car ready, and there's our space. Signal will no doubt go off here, so back on. Taking second, keeping the gas pedal still to we've exited the roundabout mirror, accelerate, and then we change up. Roundabout ahead, I'm going to go left. So I'm checking the mirror, got one behind, quite close. We're at near mirror 2, left signal before we use the brakes. There is traffic on the far side of the roundabout, so observation kicks in of course once the car's ready. Into second, clutch up, looking to the right, lots of traffic. Round to the left. I'm quite sure that guy was in signalling out. He was overtaking a motorbike rather foolishly. I was on my own side of the road. People think they own the road these days and just honk the horns at everybody that happens to be in their way, whether they're in the right place or not. Following the road ahead then for the moment. Myself about a metre from the curb here. No following traffic. It's always a good idea to check your mirror before bends. And I know there's a roundabout just after bend. I'm going to go left again, so mirrors, rear and near mirrors, past the junction on the left signal. Keep an eye on this pedestrian. I'm letting the hill take my speed up. He is going to walk in front of me, so I'm going to need first. Clutch up on the move, looking to the right, trying to keep the vehicle moving if possible. There's my space, so a little bit of extra gas. Signal back on. Once we got the wheel straight, mirror, and more gas. Brake lights in front, he's obviously following the red car too closely. Mirror. It's a good idea when you're approaching the roundabout to look across the far side because if you can eliminate any danger from over there, if you can see there's nothing coming, then you can focus your attention completely on the right. Obviously if there are cars there, you've got to watch those as well, they might come right round. Mirror, I'm going to go left at the roundabout. I'll check my rear mirror again and my near mirror. Once we pass the exit on the left, we'll make the signal. I'm not queuing traffic this time, so I'm going to need first here. It's always a good idea too, if it's possible, to keep the car moving on roundabouts, but never dangerously so. Got my space from the vehicle in front, I'm looking across the roundabout, the car's over there, there's cars on the right. Just going to satisfy myself what they're doing. Car on my right is coming my road so I can take the turn. Mirror, left signal back on. Always give a cyclist as much room as you would give a car. More if you can, 2 metres if it's possible, in case he falls off. I'm a little wide here. Got time to pass him, mirror. Near mirror signal. Being mindful now, I've got a cyclist behind me if I have to slow at this roundabout, and I've got to watch the white band, so I'm watching the cyclist come down my left. He is waiting. Sensible cyclist. Straighten the wheel, check the mirror, pick up the speed. Change up. Just do 2 or 3 more of these and that'll be it for today, and then on the next session we'll do straight on. The trickiest part of roundabouts is judging the space once you're actually at the roundabout concerning the traffic on your right, but I'll give some guidance for that over the next 2 or 3 videos. But if you've got your gear in good time, you've got second early, you've got your clutch up, as I say, you have that moment of calm to look to the right and make a decision. I'm going left again, mirrors, left signal, I'm a metre from the curve, I'm off the gas, I'm taking second, clutch up, I'm looking to the right, I can keep moving, it's all clear over there, and signal back on. Mirror, one following. Front's going a little bit slower, he's doing about 23, 24, I don't quite know why he's going so slowly. He's obviously not in a hurry, that makes a change. A little way ahead after the bus on the right there is a roundabout, and I'm planning to turn left. So just checking the mirror early. Braking for the vehicle in front and the overtakers. All overtaking with no regard to oncoming traffic coming around the bus. Checking the mirrors again, then look rear and near. Left signal. Looking across the roundabout, there is traffic on the far side, so I have to be mindful of those. But my principal concern is on the right, and I do have a space here. Signal back on. Crossing's clear. One following me off the roundabout. Mirror. And then change up. Mirror, going to go left at the roundabout, looking over the roundabout, there are 1 or 2 cars approaching. Checking both mirrors, making the left signal. Just need to watch that last car, there's 2 cars in fact coming from the far side and 1 on the right. So I'm going to go to first here. If there's any doubt, go to first. If there's still doubt, stop. It's all clear now after the van. Round we go. So you take second, fairly well back from the roundabout, bring your clutch up so that you're going forward on the gas, and then looking across to the right and over the roundabout. But your main concern is on the right. That's the road on the right. And if you have any doubts, slow some more, put into first. If you still have doubts, come to a stop. As I say again, you want to try, if you can on roundabouts, to keep the car moving, even if it's only 1 mile an hour. If you can keep it moving, it's much easier to do with your roundabouts. Okay, we'll just do a couple more and then that'll be it for this video, I think. So we've got a roundabout ahead, Checking the rear view mirror, no one following, checking the mirror, I'm a metre from the curb, left signal. I'm backing off the gas, letting the hill slow me down, into second, 3 or 4 car lengths away, clutch up, looking to the right, one coming, so first gear. Keeping the car moving, following the blue one. Mirror, second. If you do pull out onto the roundabout in first, the best time to get into second if you can is between the exit that you've come out of and the first one on your left. So if you are turning left, you try and get the second gear before you actually turn into the road on the left. If you're going straight on, you try and get it in the first quarter of the roundabout, that is between the road you're leaving and the first road on the left. I'll mention that when we get down there, if I have to use first when we get to the next roundabout. So another roundabout coming up, mirror, one following, fairly well back, junction on the left, checking the mirror again, checking the near side mirror, making a signal left now. There is traffic on the far side, so being aware of that. I'm going to take first because I don't know what the Mini's going to do yet. Clear on the right, and away we go. So into second at this point, and left signal back on. Mirror, increase the speed, change gear. We pull up on the left. We'll pass the junction on my right first. And there it is. That's the routine then for regular, reasonably quiet roundabouts, although they are getting fairly busy just now, for turning left. The next one, hopefully, number 2, will be going straight ahead, which is slightly more difficult, and I will incorporate some lefts, otherwise I could end up the far side of town. So I hope you'll come back for the second one. That's it for today.